Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. And before we dig in and take a look at Bitcoin's daily analysis, remember this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. Additionally, when you find value, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe if you haven't, and share your thoughts in the comment or on Twitter. Additionally, feel free to share my analysis with friends and family to help them get a better, easier understanding of crypto and investment. So let's dig into the news. Let me get my mouse highlighter. There we go. This article in Cointelegraph, it talked about Bitcoin price drop to 39K, but data shows leverage traders dreaming of 50K. Basically what this article is about, and they mainly focus on margin trading. And in margin trading, in order to long, meaning that you think you're going to bet that Bitcoin's price is going to go higher in the future. In order to long, you got to borrow USDT, and then with that you borrow that, and then you buy a long position. However, in margin, in order to short it, you got to borrow BTC. So you borrow the BTC, you essentially sell it at that point or whatever price you want, and then you buy it back later when it goes lower. What they do here for OK Exchange, OKX, they measure the ratio between USDT and BTC in the margin contracts. So by taking the USDT, which is long positions, and you divide it by the BTC short positions, what you're going to get is whether it's going to be high or low. So in this case, you have a rising ratio here. That means that there's more USDT, meaning that they're longing. See that? And they also talked about the long and short ratios. Basically, this article just concludes that there is still a tendency towards longing for Bitcoin towards around 50K. I hope that helps you understand margin a little bit. And in the Daily Hodl website, they talked about $4 billion worth of Bitcoin exiting crypto exchanges every month as outflows reach historic proportions. And they showed a Glassnode chart. This basically is telling us that when Bitcoins are exiting exchanges, they're more than likely being stored in cold wallets. And that just means that supply is decreasing on the exchanges. Thereby, if supply is decreasing and assuming demand increases, then you're going to have increase in price. However, we had 40K and yesterday was 39K. So this continues to happen, but we're still seeing pressure to the downside. And in fact, some people think that we could go as low as 30 into the low 30s again. But just keep in mind, in the long run, like eventually, sometime in the future, supply is going to dwindle and demand is going to increase, and thereby price is going to explode. We're not there yet. Here's the crypto market, updated crypto market heat map, BTC, pretty much right in at 40K, dominance 40.79. And the market's kind of mixed. We got Luna down. We got FTT down, but we got some positives here. SHIB today went up, like I think at one point over 24% day over day. So, and currently it's at 18% increase. Here's the market cap for crypto, $1.87 trillion. It's up slightly, 0.29% day over day. And we are at the TradingView chart, daily chart here. Yesterday I mentioned that Bitcoin probably will chop between 41 and 40. It did do that, and I said that it might wick down below 40. excuse me, wick down into 39K zone within 24 to 48 hours. It did do that. It wicked down to, I think, a low of 39,100, I think. Let me double check here. 39,000, yeah, 39.2. No, 39.3. Yeah, 39.3 on this candle here is the low. And you can see that it's basically right in this ascending triangle support line right here. It wicked below that, and but it couldn't stay below. Additionally, it's below the 50-day moving average. That's bearish, and it's also below the middle Bollinger basis line right here, which is roughly middle is 44.5K, and the bottom of the Bollinger Band is sitting right on top of the bottom, which is 39.9, make it 40K. That's where Bitcoin is right now. Remember, on average, if on average BTC remains under the Bollinger basis middle line for up to like 10 plus days. So this is the 7th day. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you count this one, it'll be the 7th one. Let's see what else. Daily volume, the current daily volume is below the moving average. And let's take a look at the KDJ line here. The white J line is curving up towards the blue K and the reddish D line, and eventually it might meet and cross above. That's be more bullish, or it might bounce back down and curve back down. The fact that it's at the bottom range, because it's at what is it, 342 when I did this chart here. That's right here. Let me see here. Oh, I'm sorry. That doesn't make sense. 342. That's not 342. This is more -2. It maybe was -3 before. -3 here. So on the KDJ, we got up here is 80. The upper range starts at 80. The bottom range starts at 20 and below. It's currently at -3. So roughly it's in the bottom range already. So it could still remain down here for some time. But if you look at historically, it doesn't do that often. There's rarely a time when it did that. See that? Bottom. Here's the 0 mark. So yeah, it could hang around at the bottom, but more than likely it'll start to curve up. Here's the 0 mark right here. Yeah, more than likely it will start to curve up, and then it might intersect these two. I gave that let me move this, recenter this chart for you. I gave that there we go. I gave that a bull because it's trending up, even though it's still in the bottom range. For the white MACD line, it's continued to trend down below the red signal line. It's currently at, well, at the time of this chart, when I typed this up, -345. And that's right down here, printing the, what is that, the 8th consecutive bearish histogram bar. And this bar is larger, taller. So eventually, after it gets to its peak of tall bars, then it will start to round off, like up here or down here. And so I gave that a bear. It's still very bearish. Down here, let's take a look at the. We got RSI, CVD, and momentum indicator. All three flipped from the previous day upward, and that's bullish for the time frame. So the red RSI line here is was at 38.29 and gave that a bull because it's flipping back up. And 38 is still below the mid mark at 50, so it's got room to move up and down. The blue CVD line right here, it's actually, this should be 1.81. It didn't slide, it moved up. Nope. Sorry, there's that error again. forgot to edit this out. Here we go. The blue CVD line is at 1.81 million, trending up, and that's more like towards the somewhat in the mid, just below the middle mark here. If you take a look at the range in the middle mark, and it's trending up, so it's still got room to move. Gave that a bull. The white momentum indicator is at negative 5,690. I gave that a bull because it's trending up. But if you remember, this momentum indicator, it's at the bottom range. If it tops up here, see that? It's at the bottom range. So it doesn't really have much room to move except for up. And so potentially combining all these together, you get KDJ trending up. And you get we got these three lines down here turning up, countered by a bearish indicator for MACD. Overall, probably we're going to slowly trend up slightly, and basically follow this this support line for the ascending triangle. Man, my mind is just like lost. I'm tired. Anyway, so it's going to go up slightly, and it's going to ride this support line. And it's going to crab between resistance here, which is a 41K, and roughly around 40K. It's going to range right there and squeezed. And if it bounces above 41K, that's more bullish. If it breaks below and sustain below the resistance line here for the ascending triangle, that's going to be bearish. So that remains to be seen. Put the summary here for you. And also, whoa, I had max pain in here too. There we go. Max pain is going to range between 40K and then 44K on the 15th, and it drops back to 42K for the 22nd, 29th. Let's take a look at some. I gave this a crab. It's going to chop. It's going to chop sideways, but it may go up and down. Why is my, there we go. Here's the charts to show you the max pain here, which we already went through. 40,000 here for the 13th. Whoa, this doesn't match up. Oh yeah, I did not update that. Let me update that. Sorry about that. So this, okay, the max pain, I did not, no, I did, yeah, 40,000, that's right. Man, I'm so out of it right now. Okay, so yeah, this shows you 40,000, 40,000, 44, 42, for at least for 4 days. And here it gives you volume. Volume again is contracts, and these are options contracts. Option contracts volume mean that they've been executed, and open interest is they're pending. So on the 15th we got high volume here, but low open interest. On the 29th is another day we want to pay attention to. It's got higher volume and decent size open interest. Excuse me. And so those are the 2 days to pay attention to, as along with June 24th, but that's quite some time away. So here's the heat map. We got sell wall still at 50 here. We got a bunch of buy walls coming in here. 39, 38, 35, 32, 30, 25, and 20. And these are coming in. These are recent, 39 and 38. Those are recent. And this is the liquidation levels. We have roughly about negative 4.6 billion on Binance alone. Negative meaning that they're short. So these are high leverage overage of short levels, money in the short levels, minus the money in the long levels here, open interest. So you take the short open interest money minus the long open interest money, then you get this. And eventually this is going to get liquidated. It's a matter of time. In order to do that, price has to move up. And I want to show you one more thing, which is the entry levels. Let me move this out of the way. There we go. So a couple of entry levels that may help. Why is it not on here? Weird. Oh yeah, maybe I didn't type it in. But anyways, let me share with you entry levels. If you want to FOMO in, 40 is a good price for Bitcoin. Again, this is edutainment only, not financial advice. Put in like 5%, but being that 39 super close, I put that 5% down at 39K or 39.1 or whatever. And then next one would be 10% at 38, 20% at 35, 32%, I'm sorry, 30% at 32, 25% at 30, 10% at 25. Again, that's 5% at 40, 5% at 39, 10% at 38, 20% at 35, 30% at 32, 25% at 30, and 10% at 25. So that could give a nice layer down effect with heavier amounts at the sweet spot at 35 and 32. That together puts in about 50%. Oh man, okay. I hope you enjoy this video. Sorry, I'm just a little out of it right now. I think lack of sleep is essentially what it is. Anyways, I have one more video to do, but I'm gonna do that in a couple hours. So I'll see you in the next video. Feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, share your thoughts, and also share with your friends and family. Peace.